Hello lovely people, Team Lovely all day. I've never made a sit down, serious, bare minimum laughing and kicking it up video before, but I'm making this video because I've just seen this become a bigger and bigger issue when embracing natural hair is supposed to be something that unites us, bringing us all together. So first, just so you understand where I'm coming from, to me the most popular hair typing system, the one that I think we all think about when we hear the word hair typing, is the one created by Andre Walker. And I think of this system as defining one's curl pattern on a scale from bone straight to really tightly coiled hair. Now I'm gonna start with the positives. I think that hair typing is good because it's a way for me to reach out to people that have hair that look like me, as well as a way for me to find other people that have hair that look like me as well. Especially in regards to sharing hairstyles and sharing the way we feel about certain topics that only we would be able to relate to. And it's just a way for us to have some sort of representation and be able to, like I said, relate to other people. I put type 4 hair at the end of some of my video titles because I want people that have hair that look like me to be able to find me, because representation does matter. A while ago I made a video where I did one of 4A Daniels hairstyles in my video, and for those of you who don't know who 4A Daniels is, she's a wonderful YouTuber. She does natural hairstyles and her hair is looser than mine. Her hair texture is a looser hair texture than mine, and her hair is also longer than mine. And I was able to represent for those people who have a hair texture like mine and showed that just because me and 4A Daniels don't have the same hair texture, I can still do the style. This is how the style looks on me, and even though it doesn't look exactly like 4A Daniels, it still looks nice. It looks just as nice. I think it's wonderful that looser hair textures are being represented. You know, they're being represented right here, because there are people in the world that have this hair texture and need this representation. At the same time, I want for my hair texture to also be represented, and instead of just sitting back and being mad about the lack of exposure that my hair texture is getting, I decided to serve as a sliver of representation for those people that look like me. Although our representation has increased, we still have a lot of work to do. Someone count how many times I'm saying the word representation. So I don't want to knock someone else down and lower their level of representation just so that mine can increase and be in the spotlight. I just want us all to help one another and be happy for one another as we all climb this ladder of representation. Another reason I think hair typing is good is because it serves as a guideline for people to start to begin to understand how to take care of their natural hair. For example, people with type 4 hair, it's not the best idea for them to try and run a rat tail comb through their hair, while people with type 2 hair can probably do that. So some negative things. One, so there are so many different factors that go into determining one's actual hair type. Things such as texture. It could be thready, wiry, cottony, silky. Hair pattern. There could be tight, zigzaggy, straight. Hair strand size. Someone can have thin, fine hair, and then someone else can have thick hair. Porosity, that deals with the moisture level that a person's hair can take in and keep in. And then something else like as simple as allergies. I don't know. A lot of times people will watch videos and think that just because we are the same hair type that my regimen will work for them, like down to a T, but that's not the case. And I always say that hair care is a learning process. It takes time. The point is there are so many factors that determine one's hair type. Number 2, hair typing has caused a separation in the natural hair community. People have taken hair typing and have turned it into a way to separate ourselves yet again. Once again, we are not working as a team. This situation reminds me of the whole light skin versus dark skin argument, which is another brainwashing situation I'm not even gonna get into. And it divides our community, with tighter hair textures being mad at looser hair textures for having a texture that they can't even control having, just because it's more accepted in society's standards of beauty. On the other hand, some looser hair textures are sitting here shaming people who have a hair texture like me just because our curl pattern isn't as loose or as curly as the next person, and trying to make our hair texture seem undesirable just because it isn't as common to see our hair texture in the media and in society. As naturals, we all have our own struggles. It doesn't matter what our hair texture is, what our hair pattern is. The purpose is for each of us to love and embrace our own hair while encouraging our other sisters and natural brothers to do the same. It's not a competition to see whose hair is better. It's supposed to be a way for us to lift each other up. So the whole good hair, bad hair argument is stupid. And constantly listening to people who say those things shows directly that they are brainwashed and small-minded. And just listening to them is draining, and once again, it's stupid to listen to them because they're clearly stuck in a sunken place, clearly. So the solution to the problem, the only way to beat the system is if we stop trying to copy it, because trying to copy it is what gives them the authority and the power over us. Stop walking around trying to look like these people that society says are beautiful and strive to look like yourself. Set your own unique standards. And once you've changed your mentality, that's when the system will stop having power over you, because you're no longer mentally captive and you're no longer mentally trapped. Because that's how they control you, by controlling the way you think. Changing the way we use certain words like kinky and nappy. If the only time we use those words is if we're describing a bad hair day, then those words are always going to have a negative meaning. And we're automatically going to always think of those words in a negative way. And when people like me actually grow kinky hair out of our hair on a daily basis, that's a slap in the face, y'all. So instead, using those words in a positive way. Like today, I'm going to be putting my beautiful kinky hair into a puff. Simple as that. It's all about changing your mindset. I love YouTubers that use like kinky and nappy in their name title, because it just shows that they're embracing it and changing the negative connotation of the word. So this video isn't to separate naturals. I just am trying to promote conversation. I want to use my YouTube platform as a way to bring the situation to light. And I'm just trying to bring those that look like me's influence and representation from here to here and then to there.